Hey guys, so here it is. Okay, so first of all, I'm not doing this for. I'm not making any money or selling anything. So I'm taking my time doing this. I lost my other dog, and then I had a lot of work around the house to do. Just plus, work and being tired, just generally and tired from work. Plus, my dog's walks, the dog that I have, and the other dog before she died, the walks come first. The dogs come first. The time of them comes first. And knife making is pretty much just at the bottom of the list now. So I started this in October. It was meant to be a Victorian swing guard coffin handle Bowie themed locking liner knife, and it basically had this crazy looking day glow in black intermittent G10, and I drilled the holes wrong, so I got some linen micarta and put that up instead, and that became the new handle. And then I was going to maybe lean more toward a Western folding swing guard coffin handle Bowie themed locking liner knife. So but I had my share of misses along the way. So what I did do wrong, I'll start off with, I ground down this when I meant to grind down this to prepare for a pocket clip. I decided just don't go with a pocket clip. It's time to move on. This might have shifted a little bit. I probably could clean this up. I drilled through this yesterday by accident. That's where the screws come through. I have the little relief holes for the screws. And I went ahead and the swing guard hole where the swing guard would have normally went, I was going to fashion a thumb stud there. I thought I was going to get good at lathing by that time. Yeah, right. So I went ahead and just used that for the thumb stud hole. It's made from 440C. I think it's a 304 stainless for the liners. So it has a bit of a gap. I did the final fitment yesterday, so I went ahead and I probably ground down just a little too much. But it's got a solid lock. It's got a really solid lock, much more solid than I thought it would turn out to be. I've tried my hand at a little bit of file work to put some contours there. It didn't really work out. And that hole there got stripped. I kept stripping holes, running 440 size screws, so I bumped them up to to a number 6 size screw, probably against my better judgment, but it's working. I thought this was going to be a real smooth knife until I got done with once the liner started pushing on the blade here. I started to kind of see more of that just effect where it's just a little more of a widened hole here for the pivot pin. I want to start doing is making my own pivots so I can control that air gap. I want to get it to where I can lock up that's slower and smoother. But that being said, let me go over what I think I did right. This part here is really wound up pretty clean. I mean, not the actual. I left a lot of the mill scale on, and there's a lot of scratches here. Originally, this was going to be a convex edge. But when I found out it would have left me with 2 inches of blade if I had a massive swing guard on here. Even if I filed the guard down, I gave up that and just went for completion. But those scratches were originally from an effort where I was going to make it a high convex grind. And I just wound up punting the ball and hitting it with a quick hollow. And what I did right, though, aside from not taking that mill scale off, because I think mill scale steel is just, I'm very tired of mill scale steel, and I'd love to have a surface grinder, but this part here is I think is some of my cleanest yet. That wound up being pretty refined, almost even with the end here. the wheel that that knife has been ground on, it looks pretty good. I'm using PTFE or whatever for the washers. I cut those myself. I don't have a divot or a detent ball. It's I just drilled the hole too big. I need to figure out a smaller drill bit and then figure out how to do detent balls. I just need to work on that part of it. My last detent was actually a screw for my last knife. So, but the parts that I did right though, even though the back of this thumb stud, which is makeshift, is hitting the liner, it looks like the actual back of the blade is making contact with that pin, which is pretty good. And my blade is not coming in contact with the spacer, so that's good. So those fundamentals there are relatively good to go. So of course I spine whacked it. Just my opinion. See there's a little bit of a, hear that? That's actually, I probably took a little too much off of here. Probably should have just made it more gradual. I used to fit them right next to the grinder and it was easier to do. But the only reason why I do that is just because to make sure it doesn't close up on me. I mean, I wouldn't really regard myself as a person that sits there at night and watches test patterns, although I do think some of them can be pretty from time to time. Sure that it doesn't close. It's just a trick that I was taught a long time ago from a video I watched, and it just stuck with me. So, but it's just an idea of will the knife close or not. That's why I spine whack it. So I lost a little symmetry messing around with this. I did this in an effort to be different. Made that little recess there. But all in all, it turned out pretty good, I thought. All things considered, I mean, I'm supposed to get better, right? But not too bad. Not too bad. I mean, I learned a lot from this one. And this was back when I was pledging to do one blade a week. And then I learned that didn't work out. But once I got my medical stuff straightened up, I got my dog that I have. I take care of her first, and then knives come last. But I'm going to try to see if I can get back to, if not doing one a week, maybe one a month. So I already got plans for my next couple coming up after this. And it's just, and the idea behind making folders and filling that case up was just a series of quick wins. The next win could be something from that beige G10. It could be a friction folder just for a quick win. Or I might actually order some supplies next payday. I might start tomorrow. But this is all made by me. I cut my own lock channels. I don't order anything out. I don't talk to a local machinist and have them make me parts. This is all made from me. This is cut with a flex shaft grinder and a Dremel wheel, and it's all ground by me, heat treated by me. Of course, the fasteners aren't made by me, but that will soon change. I want to learn how to cut threads and do my own fasteners, especially my own pivot pins, because then I can control. If I can control I'm thinking if I can control the pivot, I can control the play, and I can control the features for the pivot and the adjustments and things like that. So next step is going to be maybe to really get earnest about that lathe work. But my favorite part of these videos is the introduction into the box, into the Harbor Freight Apache box. So here's the key. So I'm going to go ahead and get the box here and open this up. So I've been thinking about how to plant this thing. So here I got hardly any room here. I could go this way, or I could start a new line down here and go across. So I could start a whole nother line here. But I'm thinking if I go this way, then basically that puts me back one more knife. But you know what? I think I'm about going this way and just making it go lengthwise. Now I'm gonna be honest. It's funny how I can make knives, but I'm not a very good sharpener. Well, it's cutting pretty good. But my next feat will be to hopefully get into sharpening better and being more confident with sharpening. So I stayed up a little bit late doing this last night. And I went ahead and stenciled my name on. By the way, the SC on that's actually artificial intelligence that came up with that logo. There was one guy that had a little bit of there's actually one guy that had interest in doing this for me. It's just that the style wasn't really, I don't know. I mean, I probably could have worked with him and consulted with him more. But that was the only guy I could find to do any type of graphic arts for me, to help me at least find a logo. And I was just trying to find a way to etch it, and I basically went and had artificial intelligence do that for me. Made a page of SCs. I put it through a Cricut machine, and I ran the Cricut machine and cut a bunch of stencils out and made stencils for my logo. So there we go. Got a new blade in the so every one of those made by me. I cut my own liners. These two are titanium liners. This is a friction folder. The rest of these are 305 stainless steel liners. So I like it. I just don't want to generate a lot of titanium sparks out here. But yeah, it's that's them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 folders so far. And yeah, here we go. That's good. So, yeah, don't worry about the haters. Just let the haters worry about you. See you on the next boxing video. Have a good night.